What are you doing?
The platform is yours.
I will lose it.
All right, joining me now, ladies and gentlemen, is a person who needs no introduction, but I'll give him one anyway. Current PGA member and head professional at Sugar Valley Golf Club in Dayton, Ohio. Former number one man for the Ohio State Buckeyes and qualifier at the 94th PGA Championship at Kiowa Island. Missed the cut barely with an 83-93. The tournament was won by a Rory McIlroy. Douglas William Wade.
What are you doing?
Introducing you properly.
You're not going to say my scores in there.
What are you talking about? You qualified for PGA Championship.
I'm out. I'm
You're-
out.
You're not out. You qualified. It's a big deal.
Yeah, but you don't need to say what I shot there.
Are you kidding me? Rory barely edged you. You go 83-93.
I mean, now I got to bring up the 60-mile-an-hour winds, the bad draw, everything. It's not going to happen. We're not talking about that.
The reason why we're talking about it is because today started the PGA Championship at Valhalla Golf Club in Louisville, Kentucky. Hence, me introducing you. The timing is perfect.
But you don't need to go into detail with that.
The people need to know the details. Because 83-93 for you, like that shirt, that beautiful color, your face, your smile, it all fits. It looks really good. These scores don't look that good on you.
No. It didn't feel good either.
The platform is yours.
I don't want to sit here and sound like I'm defending myself, but if you just look at the numbers.
Oh, if I shot an 83-93, I want to defend myself.
Exactly. But if you look at the numbers, the wind was insane on Friday. I mean, absolutely insane. The second round at Kiowa Island, the PGA Championship, is the highest scoring average of any single day in the history of major championship golf.
And to back that up, this is why I've done my research as the host. Rory, who won the tournament at 13 under, in the second round, he shot a 75.
Yeah. There was only one round under par in Friday morning's wave. Rory won by like 8, and he shot 3 over. It was, I can't describe to you the winds that were going on. Obviously, that course is difficult to begin with. And on Thursday, I was nervous. It was windy, but it wasn't quite like, and I got off to a bad start, but I played pretty well. I shot 37 on the back, steadied myself. I'm like, all right, I got up at about 5:30 Friday morning with that early morning tee time, and I walked outside. I said, "Dear God Almighty, I'd rather be back in the shop folding shirts, tying shoes right now, because this is not going to be pretty."
Oh my!
And
is that
and
true? You walked out and you thought,
100%. I was so tired. I mean, the whole week,
right?
It's just exhausting leading up to it, and all the adrenaline is in that first round. It's when it's over, you wake up Friday and you're just like, "Oh God." And boy, it was it howling, and I paid the price. It was just one thing after another. But to my defense, in that wave as well, there was at least 6 pros that WD'd. I couldn't really WD. I mean, I'm not going to WD, and as a club professional, you're representing the PGA of America. It's the first major I played in. I'm going to post a score no matter what. Scott Verplank shot 51 on the front, WD'd. Davis Love had a 48 on the front 9, WD'd.
WD, out there, ladies and gentlemen who don't know, that means withdrew. That means like these guys, instead of posting a large score like our friend Doug did, they chose the cowardly path of withdrawing. That's what Okay.
They said, I'm going to go get on my private jet and get ready for next week. But wasn't the case for me.
Qualifying and playing in a PGA Championship is a huge, huge deal.
I would have loved to have been playing in sunny 80-degree calm wind Valhalla today. That would have been a much more enjoyable experience, I believe.
Good transition. Valhalla is a famous course. You're hosting a big-time tournament, and you're going to give up 62s.
Hold on a sec.
66.
Settle down. Valhalla, I've played Valhalla probably half a dozen times. It's fantastic, and it's difficult. But the conditions, when you have no wind, the fairways are extremely soft. The greens are soft. So these guys are flying at 300 yards. It's not rolling out into the rough. Right. Then they're shooting into receptive, smooth greens. Valhalla's had their course closed since October of last year. I mean, you want to talk about perfect greens.
Is that right?
Yeah. And so it is just it's fantastic. I mean, it's right. Now it's going to get tougher as the week goes on because we're supposed to get some wind and rain. but it's still going to be soft all week, and there's still going to be some good scores. That's the difference. The wind and the firmness of the course is what creates the difficulty. That's what you see at the U.S. Open typically every year.
Xander Schauffele, for the second time in 2 years, has posted a major tying 62.
He's on fire. It is what it is. He's the pace setter. He's like that thoroughbred horse who gets out there fast. He's like, wow, look at this guy go. It's a long way to go. It's a long way to go.
Slows down. I was surprised to see he was the number 3 ranked golfer in the world. That was just a quick little blur.
I mean, he finishes top 10 every week. He's legit. He needs to get some titles behind his name, but he's so consistent. I mean, he'll be right there come Sunday, but I still wouldn't bet on him to win.
Tony Finau, currently number 2. He's in the clubhouse at 6 under. Sahith Theegala,
yeah,
who I like, by the way.
He's a bomber. Finau's a bomber.
Rory's
bomber.
Starts a little shaky. He's in the clubhouse at 5 under. Let's talk about Tiger.
I watched a lot of Tigers around today. He ended with back-to-back 3 putts. So disappointing. He hit it pretty bad, but man, his short game was just on. He was putting well, chipping well, but then on 8 and 9, his last 2 holes, those 3 putts, I'm afraid that just took the wind out of his sails. I don't know. It's just disappointing. He legitimately should have shot 2 or 3 under, which would have been great.
Is that
now
right?
Yeah. Now he's sitting there at 1 over par. He's going to be outside the cut line going into tomorrow. He's got a late tee time. It's disappointing. He's not swinging poorly at all.
No,
but he did not. He didn't get what he should have out of it.
The headline said he faltered the last few holes. That is a shame. I mean, if he was sitting there at 1 or 2 under, that would have been great.
Yeah,
everyone's rooting for Tiger, right? I mean, come on.
Yeah, no question.
Our friend Brian Catini sent me a video. He's actually there. He sent me a video of Tiger walking by him on the fairway with and he typed, "Still a physical specimen." He still is there physically. You just wonder. He can't compete.
Well, his upper body
9 under par. I mean, he can't compete with this.
No, he can't. His endurance, his upper body looks great. It's his lower body. I mean, the guy can barely walk, and he can't on these huge big golf courses. I don't think he can compete with these guys.
No,
for a major.
Notice I didn't say the name Scotty Scheffler. However, the current live odds are Xander Schauffele plus 250. Oh, Scotty, I can strike the ball better than anybody else. Scheffler.
He's awesome.
It's obnoxious how good he is and how calm.
There's only 3 guys that can win this week. I firmly believe that.
Well, here it is. Look. Xander.
I'll tell you who it is before you say those names.
Go ahead.
Xander, Scheffler, and Rory. That's it.
That's right. And it sure as hell isn't any of these live boys. Because they're all a bunch of clowns.
Your boy Ramadan's struggling today. Whew.
Yeah. He struggled since he left. Can you imagine?
Now, you can't say they're all struggling. You know who's sitting there at -4?
Brooks?
Yeah, he's probably got the 4th best odds on that board. He's a machine as well. He's playing well. If there's one guy that's got a chance, it's him. I mean, Bryson played well again today, too. You know, Koepka and DeChambeau can hang, for sure. There's no doubt about it.
Here's what Vegas is telling you. Xander plus 250. Scheffler plus 280. Rory plus 500. Ready? And then your boy Brooks plus 1,400. So they're
big jump. Xander doesn't want to see Rory's name up there whatsoever. No. I mean, Rory stared him down and just demoralized him. I got to say, it was even more impressive what Schauffele did today with what happened on Sunday. I mean, last weekend he holds off Rory a little bit on Saturday. He still got the lead going on Sunday, and Rory just flies right by him like he doesn't even exist. And Rory didn't even drive it well today. If you watch the round, he was missing fairways, getting up. I mean, he's playing right now.
So you're predicting Rory to win?
Well, I didn't say that. I said I'm predicting Rory over Xander.
Oh, you think Scotty's going to win?
I still think Scotty is the guy to beat. But I think it's coming out of that threesome. They're calling for bad weather tomorrow. So that's going to play a part. What time does it get there? Is it bad in the morning and gets calm in the afternoon, vice versa? That could play a part in it. But if I had to rank them right now, I'd go Scheffler, Rory, Schauffele.
We are going to transition now to Pete Weber. the Hall of Fame bowler.
I know why you're bringing it up. The Browns hype video. He was at the end of it.
It wasn't the end of it. It was the theme of it. They were bowling. Exciting times, though. Football is only 3.5 months away. You'll have a lot of friends listening to this podcast. You represent Cleveland Browns Nation right now. You represent all those people in rubber dog masks, chewing on dog bones, barking, woof, woof. This is your time, my friend. We're going to go through the 2024 Cleveland Browns football schedule, because Las Vegas right now, despite the fact that the Browns were 11-6, I think, last year in the regular
That's
season.
Correct. 11-6. Their
current total that you can wager on in Las Vegas is 8.5 wins.
And there's the reasons for that.
Well, it smells fishy.
No, it doesn't smell fishy. This year on paper, they have the number one most difficult schedule. The reason is this year they're playing the NFC East and the AFC East, both extreme, or AFC West, whereas last year they got to play the NFC North and the AFC South. So the schedule is much more difficult. On top of that, you expect Pittsburgh to be better than they were, who the Browns will play twice. So it's a much more difficult schedule going in. That entire division, everyone knows the NFC North is the best division in football. And all four of those teams have a legitimate chance to make the playoffs this year. So it's understandable why they're down a couple games. With that being said, I'm going over 8.5. Just stop that nonsense.
Douglas William Wade representing all of those rubber dog faces out there. We're going to go game by game. Okay, we're going to go week 1, September the 8th, a home opener. Tom Brady's first game as a commentator will be against the Dallas Cowboys. What's your prediction? September 8th, week 1 against the Cowboys.
That's a Browns win. Yeah. I'm sure we'll have a friendly wager on that one.
Week 2 at Jacksonville.
They're going 2-0. They're going to win that game in Jacksonville.
Home against the New York Football Giants.
That's a win. 3-0 out of the gates. I will lose it. I'll say we're going.
I mean, all the rubber dog masks will be like, people will be like trying to talk through their.
It'll be insane.
We're 3-0. We go the next week. We fly into Sin City. We're going to Vegas in a couple nights. Hey, you've got some real character examples on the team. Deshaun Watson going to Las Vegas a couple days before the game. Probably not a good place for those types of guys, if you know what I'm saying. A lot of massage therapists out in Las Vegas.
Enough. Yeah, we're 3-1.
Now we go all the way out to our nation's capital. We go visit the Commanders of Washington.
We are going to thump them.
Okay.
Win.
4-1 to the land of liberty. We go to the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia Eagles.
All right, so this is week 6. We're going into Philly, coming off a win in Washington. We're going to lose a close game. It's going to be closer than people think. I'm taking the Browns and the points there, but we're going to take the L on the record.
The Browns might be favored. You never know.
No, not in Philly. Stop it.
We go back home. We're Joe Burrow. This is the house of horrors for Joey Burrow and the Bengals. We've got the Cincinnati Bengals coming to town October the 20th, 4-2. I mean, that's a no-brainer.
That's a dub, baby.
5-2. Again, no bye week yet. Week 8. Lamar, Coach Harbaugh.
Where's it at?
In Cleveland.
We're winning that game.
Okay, we're 6-2. 6-2 heading into week 9, November the 3rd against Jimmy Harbaugh. Who has it better than us? The Los Angeles Chargers. Jim Harbaugh hasn't lost a football game, it seems like, in centuries. Again, the 3rd home game in a row for these feisty rubber dog-faced fans of yours.
This is a win.
The Chargers. Wow. I mean, an Ohio football team trying to beat Jimmy Harbaugh. He's got the voodoo.
I mean, we'll talk about the Buckeyes at another time. God, it's good to be a Buckeye. Whew.
Okay.
All right, we're 7-2. Let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, in case you've missed this, we are the Cleveland Football Browns, led by massage therapist extraordinaire Deshaun Watson. And Kevin, could you groom my beard any better, Stefanski? We have a 7-2 record heading into the bye week. We get a chance to get those massages if you're one guy. Maybe an ice bath. You get a little, some Thera guns. Now
I'm feeling good.
You're feeling good. 7-2.
We're in first place.
Oh, first place. We're first place in the NFL. Week 11, we have
Not week 11. We've only played. Oh yeah, we had a bye. All right, let's go.
week 10's a bye. Now we're
Yep.
going to again, not a good city for Deshaun. See, I'm always worried when there's massage therapists and when there's a lot of extracurricular activities, like New Orleans, for example. As you know, as a man that was trapped between two horses' asses in New Orleans, you were trapped
Best day of my life.
between two mounted police. They trapped you like this, and they said, "Son, enough with your tomfoolery." Imagine what they'll do to Deshaun if he gets out of line.
That's going to be exactly what Myles Garrett and Michael Hall do to Derek Carr, because this coming off a bye is a win. That's a dub. We're 8-2.
We are
Let's go.
8-2. Now we go to Thursday night football. We are at week 12, November the 21st. Thanksgiving's right in front of us. It's Thursday night football, and we have Mike Tomlin, Russell Wilson,
Justin Fields.
We have Justin Fields.
Justin Fields should be starting by then, but regardless, continue.
We have the new look Pittsburgh Steelers. The over-under in that game is 5.5.
Where's it? In Pittsburgh, right?
No. It's, again, another home game in Cleveland.
God, see, the first half of the season is it's right there for us. It's right there for us. The second half of the season is going to get rough. I mean, we're 8-2 on a short week, coming home to Pittsburgh at home. We're winning this game. We're winning this game, Case.
9-2. I mean,
9-2.
Browns Nation at this point.
And Deshaun at this point is in the conversation. He's in the conversation for MVP after week 11
of the penal of the remake of the movie Longest Yard again, or are we talking about he's still? You think he's okay? He's still with us. He's still good. He'd be good in that though. Like, think he goes to jail? Probably will go to jail. They could make another Longest Yard, and think about how good he'd be. It's a thought. December the 2nd is the next game. Monday Night Football, Mile High in Denver.
We've got 11 days rest.
Yeah. We're
going against Bo Nix. Denver ought to be about 2-8 at this point. The Browns are winning this game.
10-2.
We're 10-2.
We go from Denver a short week. 6 days later, we go to Pittsburgh. We go to the land of 6 world titles. We go to
this is an L. This is an L.
Okay, now we're 10-3. 7 days later, December the 15th, we're coming up on the Lord's birthday. Christmas is just a few days away. We've got the fighting Patrick Mahomes. We've got Travis. We've got Taylor Swift. We've got all of them coming to the land. Kansas City, December the 15th in Cleveland. We're sitting at 10-3, licking our wounds from the beating in Pittsburgh.
I mean, it's going to be a good game, and I feel very confident when we play Kansas City in the playoffs. But I'm going to give us an L in this game.
Whoa! Wow. Now we're looking at.
I mean, we can win that game, but
we're looking at a 2-game losing streak now. All of a sudden, folks.
Yeah, and now we're going Thursday night football.
He's representing you. He's telling you, brace yourself. We have a 2-game losing streak towards the end of the season. Maybe 3.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Short week.
This is 4 days later.
Yeah, it's not good.
They play Thursday night football in Cincinnati, where.
So I went to the Browns at Bengals game 12 straight years.
It's tough there. The Browns struggle there just as much.
I believe the Browns are 9-3 in those 12 games that I've been there in Cincinnati. They can't beat us. I mean, hell, even Baker Mayfield won when I was there. And we lost last year because we rested all of our starters. However, we beat Cincy earlier in the year, which I said. Thursday night football, Joe Burrow, prime time. I'm giving us an L here.
3 in a row.
And I said the end of the year is tough. We still got Baltimore to go here. This is not good.
Oh, wait a minute. We have. So now we're 10-5. We're on a 3-game skid.
I know.
Now we get the Christmas break there. There's a 10-day rest, and then who knows where the Miami Dolphins will be at that point. That's a tough That's a squirrely team. That's a squirrely offense in Cleveland. Here come the Miami Dolphins on Sunday Night Football. Sitting at 10.
Yeah, back-to-back primetime games for the Browns. Browns got 4 primetime games the last half of the year, which tells you what the NFL thinks of the Browns.
Well,
it's good stuff.
You know why? Because they can be flexed. That's why. They can be flexed.
No, stop.
Well, I'm just saying that's why they're all loaded up in the second half. They can be flexed out.
The Browns going to end the winning streak coming off that long break at home.
Losing streak, you mean? They're going to end the losing streak?
The losing streak, apologize. Yep.
No,
the losing streak.
11-5 now.
Yep, they're taking that game against Miami.
And the Week 18 to be determined. Again, flex. They don't know what time or like what day. It says TBD. I mean, this one could be for so much. This game could be for so much at Baltimore.
I mean, there's a chance we're resting our starters. There's a chance Baltimore's resting their starters. You never know. Or you're right. There's a chance it's for everything. This could be for a 1 seed, a 2 seed, the division. We've already I already called a win on us at home against Baltimore, winning in Baltimore. I mean, that's just I got to give us the loss, man. I got to be realistic here. That's
okay.
I think we end up 11-6.
It's all said and done. You've got the Browns at 11-6, and yes, their strength of schedule is toughest. And Vegas has their over/under at 8.5. Lay the wager down on the over 8.5 for sure.
Without question, that's way too low.
Way too low. All right. It's been fun, Douglas. Anything else before we wrap it up today? I appreciate your time. I know you're a very busy guy down there in Dayton. It's a beautiful day for golf. Any parting words before we talk to you again?
You might want to lay a little penny down on the Nuggets to win the title again. Those boys are humming, and they're on a train right now. It's hard to see anybody beating them.
So
Nuggets.
You like the Denver Nuggets to win the NBA championship?
Nuggets. I do.
Should they lay any money right now before we go on the Cleveland Cavaliers to win the championship this year?
Well, I mean, injuries decimated us. You can't control injuries. What are you going to do? I mean, Spida sat out the last 2 games. Jared Allen didn't even play.
So the answer is no.
It's a disaster. You can't control injuries, man. It's heartbreaking. It's too soon, Case. It's too soon.
Douglas William Wade, my friend, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you soon, okay? Be good.
All right. Take care.